was born to be free.
Welcome, Saturday, halfway through October, and I want to go off on an adventure. I've been in the US again, got back from Philadelphia 6:30 this morning. It's now about 10:30, so just 4 hours since we touched down in Heathrow. Becky is in Cyprus on a week-long rave holiday that she, through her company, has helped to organise, together with others. So with her not here, I don't feel bad about doing a half-hour pit stop at home and heading straight down on the boat. And actually I booked Monday off on leave as well, because I just need to get a bit more experience sailing in different conditions. And so my plan, although there's no wind here at the moment, my plan is to head to Gosport today, spend the night, and then let's see if this happens, get up at 3 in the morning. I don't even want to think about it. It's like 10 o'clock at night on my body clock, given Philadelphia's 5 hours behind. But get up at 3 in the morning, leave at the point of high tide, and then head down to Lymington. And I've made an inquiry if I can stay at the Lymington yacht haven, which I've never been to before, and then sail all the way back on Monday, which will be some tacking. So by trying to leave at the right time, it kind of gives me time to poodle along if there's not much wind. I mean, I may have to use the engine today, but the current may actually take me a few knots anyway. A bit of wind on top might get me up to 4. So a few days on the boat, a night sail, because sunrise is at about 7 a.m. So if I'm leaving Gosport tomorrow morning at 3:30, that's going to be a pretty interesting night sail. And I haven't done a night sail since I did my day skipper, so a long time now, quite a few years. So I want to do more of that. Why not do it in one of the busiest naval hovercraft, cruise ship, ferry ports on the south coast? So that's the plan, and come along with me and I'll share it, warts and all, and let's get some sailing miles under our belt. So here's the conditions. Tide is on its way in. Still lots of mud visible. Just a faint breeze. There is a yacht going out, so there is sufficient water. Let me swing you around. Just a yacht there going into, I'm sure it's got a deeper draft than my boat. Going into the lock, and it's going to take me half an hour to get the boat ready, and actually I want to see if I can pick up some fuel as well. We'll talk a bit about that later. So I think we're okay. So far, so good. If you look it up, people say the most common way to get water in your tank, the most common way, is through the filler. And I had diesel bug when I bought the boat, and this red cap was cracked. It gets very wet here, either sea coming over, rainwater, etc. So I did replace it. It's quite stiff now. There it comes. And there it comes. And what I do, so it has a new, because it's a new cap, it also has a new ring, but yeah, that smells diesely, and I don't think it's water, could be, but it's a bit damp. So let's dry that off. And I like to use Vaseline, which I know shouldn't cause the rubber ring to deteriorate like some things could. So these are just things I've been recommended. Let me know whether you think this is a good idea or a bad idea. But I do the same. I replace the cold water filler cap at the same time, and I also put Vaseline on that. So I plan to put some more fuel in. There's room on the fuel pontoon, so I just thought I'd loosen that up, get it Vaseline now, so I'm not holding things up when I'm there. And I'll just nip that up. And I'll go and do the same for the water. So let's do the same, and then get some water in the tanks. Now the other reason I want to put fuel in is because she's about half full, and there's all sorts of people on the internet who recommend, especially as winter approaches, keeping the fuel tank more full or fullish. The theory being less air in the top of the tank with less water vapour in it that can condense. So sounds good to me, so we're going to go and put some fuel in. Very kind gentleman from a few boats down held my lines and helped me get off. There's no wind, so this is nice and easy. No one at the fuel dock. Now, do you remember the last time I went to the fuel dock? That's when my gear cable came off and I hurtled back and smashed into it with no way to get out of going ahead. When you're close, you straighten up. Dab of the stern, which will actually take the stern out, unfortunately, because that's what this boat does. Come. That's how I meant to do it last time when I crashed in. Much better.
Drop the nozzle over to you whenever you're ready.
Yeah, thank you. I think I need about 20 litres, but...
Joys of a yacht, eh?
Well, exactly. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Oh, you mean people come for more?
Oh, well, some of those big boats are like thousands of litres.
Yeah. Is that ready?
Yes, yeah.
Brilliant. I might just put some of this in. Oh, yeah. I know your stuff's got additive, but I've had bug before, so when I bought this boat a year ago.
Sampaguita, this is Chichester Marina.
Chichester, this is Sampaguita, over.
Sampaguita, this is Chichester Marina, you'll be on the next outward-bound lock if you'd like to get ready to cast off from the pontoon, from the fuel pontoon, over.
Chichester, Sampaguita, I will do so, thank you, out. Yeah, I fueled a while ago, but they wanted me to stay here because they're so busy. Am I coming? Are they coming back? No. No, I think you need to radio them or go up there, I think. Sweet. Keep your nerve, know what to steer around and what to hold a course on. No point zigzagging all over the place, because then they won't know what you're doing. But a couple of corrections help, like I'll turn away to make a bit more room for that rib coming through. I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm just trying to use some common sense. Oh god, now he's turning into me. We've got 5 knots on the beam. Just it kills the visibility, that's the problem. And still we have a problem. It's a hose. It's got looped. There you go. So I'm cutting inside the beacon because the dredge is going around there, and I know that he's going to dredge here, and I wanted to make it really clear to him that I'm getting out of his way. And now we're doing 4.5 knots. I'm going to take over under full sail. I can kill the engine. And I will drift out because I do want wind, so I'm going to drift out back into where I was going to go. Yeah, I've got 6 meters beneath me. It's nearly high tide. I can go over the beacon, but yeah, that's pretty fun. Let's get the auto back on. Auto. Let's cool the engine. Engine off. Engine off. 230. Alright, let's try and safely get this mainsail down. Normally, well, there's no real wind, otherwise I would sail into the wind, but there isn't any wind. So that ferry. That's something to think about. Doing what happened last time. Remember this? Becky and I went past this and she was talking about turning it into a rave venue. I love how her brain works. Just getting the fenders on, nice and early. Port side. This red can is 4 bar, and when you go past that you have to be, in a boat like this, you have to be on the left, outside the channel. Unfortunately, there's quite a few birds circling. I think there's some fish over there. I don't really want to steam right through the middle, ruin these fishermen's day, but they're exactly where small boats need to be. So I think what I'll do is I'll drop my speed. I was watching the fish locker and he was like, yeah, don't smash it through the birds. And although I'm not fishing, I don't want to ruin their day either. We've got loads of water. I can go round to the left as well. So we can do a 1200 RPM detour. But yeah, I wonder if those birds mean that there's interesting fish chasing the little fish to the surface. That's what I thought it meant. And out comes a big ferry, but he'll want the well, I hope he'll want the channel. Can you see that? Actually, haven't seen a hovercraft. Do they not go on Saturdays? I don't know. See the birds? Gently relocating to be closer to the birds. Anyone else watch the Fish Locker YouTube channel? Really good. Really, really good channel if you're trying to learn about fishing at sea. Alright, we'll head in now. 4.5 metres depth, we've got loads. And let's see what the water flow is like at the entrance. Every time, can you hear this? Every time a ferry goes past here, you can hear the car alarms going off. You catching that on video? It's so funny. Every single ferry leaving Portsmouth has car alarms going off. Beep, beep, beep. Alright, so let's get our arrival then. So Chichester Marina, part of Boat Folk, now sold to Premier Marinas that I'm a member of. So what's going to happen here? Is this going to end up as like an enormous Premier Marina? I hope so. That'd be good. Spinnaker Tower. Some naval ships. And here's what we want. Premier Gosport. Been here a few times. This is our 3rd time. So let's see if we can find our berth. Rebecca Jane. That's the gap Becky and I were in last time. I need to concentrate. But anyway, that's exciting. Yes, we're in 3.8. My fenders are probably a bit low. Yeah, that's going to be the problem. My fenders are too low. No, this one's not too bad here. Step off. Use that to slow it down. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a couple of extra fenders out here, but I can do that. Just these fender heights. She's alright, this one isn't. Not a bad arrival. Not a bad arrival. Well, I know it wasn't much wind, but not a bad arrival. And with no one next to me, hopefully I won't disturb people first thing in the morning. Well, welcome. I've got my I've got my wash bag with my Wellman 50 plus tablets. Welcome to the toilet block. The toilet block at Gosport Marina. Let me just leave here. You join me here on Saturday night. I think it's the 11th of October. I landed back in this country about 14 hours ago, and in that time I've been home and I've been down to the boat in Chichester and I've brought it to Gosport Marina. That's where you are now. And I'm going to bed. Let me just get through this barrier. Gosport Marina is crazy because it's right next to, there you go, Portsmouth Harbour, with its ferries and cruise ships and hovercraft and naval ships and the police patrols. And yet right here on the edge of all of that is this amazing Gosport Marina where you can stay, and yeah, you've got to navigate around all of those obstacles, if you want to call them obstacles. But I wanted to bring you here because tomorrow morning I want to go on an adventure. Life is for the living, right? And we need to do exciting things. So my plan is, despite coming back from America, 4 hours sleep on the plane, 5 hour time difference, and then a whole day getting here. Look at that. I want to set my alarm for 3 a.m. UK time. So it's about 10 p.m. my body clock. And head to Lymington and do 4 hours of nighttime sailing. And look at all the flashing buoys, unseen lobster pots and fishermen and yeah, push the envelope. That's what I want to do. So here's Sampaguita, right next to this beautiful Les Arcs boat. Here's Sampaguita with her lights on, inside lights on at least. I hope you can see her. And so please follow the channel and see how we leave here at 3:30 in the morning. If I get up at 3, it'll take a bit of time to get her ready, but leave at 3:30. Try and get to Lymington about 9.